Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Listen Up Podcast. It's your boy Brandon.
This is your boy Sam.
Hey, man, we're back with another edition of the Listen Up Podcast, man. Before we get started, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. If y'all have not already, hit the subscribe button. Rate it 5 stars. That's on Apple, Spotify, but specifically, man, hit that YouTube. We hit it over 800. So now, man, we're trying to get to 1,000, man. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit it. If this is your first time listening, welcome. We appreciate y'all being here, man. So, Sam, man, you ready to get it?
Yeah, man, I am ready to get it, man. Let's go. I got my son in here, so it could get dicey.
It's all good. It's all good,
It
man.
could get dicey.
Listen, there gonna be a few of these. I'm gonna have a little baby harness on. You know what I mean? Probably having to do a couple of these, so it's just a matter of time. But anyway, I mean, we all know Florida State hard fought game 38, 34 Clemson, 28 FSU. Um, a game that I think went differently than a lot of people expected. And really, I guess I'm sure I don't know what just happened to Sam. Sam just left. What's going on to everybody in here, man? You know what's happening, man? I see Brandon already in here with the foolishness. I see it. Appreciate that, Navy Noel, man. Appreciate you sharing us in the fifth quarter, man. But this game I think told a lot of different stories and completely have divided the fan base apparently, which I wasn't prepared for. But Sam,
You think the fan base divided?
Sam, you've been called all sorts of names on this timeline in the last 24 hours. I'm not sure how you could call it divided.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not sure how you can't say it's divided, but
I've been
maybe I'm tripping.
I make a lot of posts and mute them. I don't even. So they be just going to war with.
Yeah. See, what I realized is, What I realized is, you'll say something and then just immediately go about your day. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna mute it. I know this controversial. I'm gonna mute it, and you go about your day. So I understand, man.
Yeah.
So
I just mute it. I just mute it. I don't get tied up into it too much, man. But let's get into the game. We'll talk about the fan base. I think personally the fans everybody need to take a step back. I think everybody has a valid gripe and a valid point, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think some people would be happy with 4-3, but I think if you take a macro look at this whole program and say, where should we be in year 3 with Norvell? Should you really be aiming for 7 wins? Shouldn't you be aiming a little higher than that? I think everybody got a point. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody got a point, and I think everybody's point is valid. You know what I'm saying? If you believe he's the right guy, then you keep going forward with what we got going on. Personally, I wouldn't. Personally, I think the macro approach that everybody's trying to take right now is kind of short-sighted because we're not going to know until he bring in this recruiting class. We're not going to know what Norvell future is going to be until December the 12th or December the 15th, whenever that first signing day is. If he bring in number 18 ranked class, you know he's doomed to fail. If he bring in a class that's somewhere around 12 to 10, then maybe we cooking with something. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm kind of at with this whole thing. The game's got to get played, but let's just focus right now on Clemson and these next 5. So that's really what it's about right now.
So I guess, looking at the Clemson game, right? What stood out the most? If you're looking at the game, I think it was a lot of different pieces. In my opinion, I thought the linebackers as a whole just seemed to be. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say the back half of the defense probably played the I won't say they worst, but they struggled. They struggled a lot. You know what I mean? And we knew that. We've discussed that.
Yeah, that this was the type of team that could take advantage of what is a bad secondary. We said there wasn't a lot of teams left on the schedule. Wake Forest did it to you, and we knew
Clemson was the other one. Yeah. Right. So good. Essentially, what Sam is saying is you're probably going to struggle again with Syracuse. So excuse me, guys. Teams who can put up points, you're going to struggle with. We haven't seen it against really good coaches. You know what I'm saying? Really good offenses. We haven't played very many of them, but every time teams needed to get yards, they did it, and we saw it this week. Same thing. They needed to get 7, they got 10. They need to get 12, they get 14. They need a touchdown, they gonna get. You know what I mean? Like it was never a situation where I looked at the defense and said, "Oh, we can get what we want." We looked at the defense, we can get a stop if we needed to. So again, it reminded me a lot of Wake Forest, where if 38 is the number, we'll get to 38. But if 52 had to be the number, they would have got the 52. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I don't look at this game and say, we had an opportunity. I look at this game and say, yeah, they fought. They fought hard. I think we've been past, and that's why I'm kind of sick of that as even a talking point. You know what I mean?
What's
Like,
that?
oh, they fought hard.
You know,
they've been, first of all, they've been fighting hard, and that's been like they've been past that point of fighting hard. That's year 1, year 2 stuff.
But let's discuss this right here. I watch Auburn. Auburn every week. Okay.
There's ice cream on the floor.
I get it. All right. So anyway, I watch Auburn this week, right?
Yeah.
I watch Auburn. Auburn coach is finna get fired. This is no. Everybody knows this. It's the most unkept. It's the most told secret in college football.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, they interviewed for his job. Yeah,
everybody knows this.
Yeah,
those kids go out there every week and work their ass off and play as hard as they possibly can in every game. Okay, yep. Auburn's not talking about how hard the players play for Harsin, right? He doesn't fit what they're trying to do and what they're trying to go with, so they want him gone. You know what I'm saying? We need to kind of kill this talk of players playing hard because, quite frankly, I think the players played pretty hard in 2019 when they won 6 games. I thought they got beat in some games that they got outclassed in, but for the most part, other than the Clemson game where they got blew out, they was in every game that year before, when they fired Willie that year. So the only year that this team didn't play hard and gave up was the 2018 year and 2020 year when the whole team gave up on Norvell. But for the most part, these kids have been playing hard. They've been playing hard. So I just think that might be, for the FSU media and the fan base, that might be one of the most overblown talking points that we have is they play hard. They play hard.
That not quit narrative is stupid. You know what I mean? Like that not quit narrative is stupid, man. Like I'm tired of hearing it. It's a lot of people who keep saying it. You know what I mean? Where this one thing you can say about them, they didn't quit. Okay, I mean they on scholarship. They get
even
they on scholarship. They got NIL deals. They shouldn't quit.
Even Norvell called it BS. Even he said it. He said it's BS. He said it's crap.
Well, you know what's funny about Norvell and the BS? Like, what's funny about is the fan base makes more excuses for Norvell than Norvell makes for himself. You know what I mean? It's real weird to see. Man, Norvell don't have the talent. He don't have this. He don't have that. He did this. He did that. Like we saw it last game. People were telling everybody about how, no, that wasn't a bad call. And then Mike came out and said, nah, that was a bad call. I didn't make that. That's on me. So then, like, either we're going to hold Mike accountable for the things that he's holding himself accountable for, or we're going to continue to make passes for the stuff that he has decided that, no, blame me. Like, again, I feel like we say this every week. Mike Norvell keeps saying, blame me. And the fan base keeps saying, nah, Mike, you good. We got somebody else we can blame. We can blame this person. Stop making excuses. Like, we have not done this for any. Sam tweeted it out or whatever. We have not done this for Bowden. We didn't do it for Jimbo. We have never done this. So why have we decided that we're going to, I guess, make silly ass excuses for a coach who is saying, stop making excuses. Blame me. Right. We'll blame Taggart. We're going to blame anybody. We will blame anybody but Mike. And Mike keeps saying, dog, it's on me. I got to get it right. Blame me. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, the dude makes a lot of money. He makes a lot of money. He could take some criticism. He could take some blame. He could take some hits. He's not asking y'all to make these excuses for him. We don't have to. Back to the game. Now I guess it's a little tangent or whatever. Here's the thing. Mike Norvell, I don't think called a bad game. That's what's funny about it. I looked at this game on and I said, I thought he did a pretty good job of scheming guys open. I also think it was dumb as shit to do that fake punt. It is what it is. But I thought he actually had a really good game plan coming in to keep Clemson off balance. I thought the running backs ran hard. I thought players played good. Sam, you must be on mute. I don't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, the thing about it is I think people in general want to feel good about the football team. And I think, man, for the most part, I think there are things you can look at the football team and feel great about, right?
Yep.
And I think situationally they have a problem. But I don't know if the reason they have a problem situationally is because they don't have better players. And you got to bring better players in here, But that's another problem where can he be the guy to bring the better players in here so that way we can be better situationally? Because right now Clemson got better players. Clemson got better players, and what you see is when it comes time for critical situations, they better players make better plays.
Sam,
So it's just, man.
Hold on.
It's a
Hold
lot.
on,
It's a
Sam.
lot.
Look at what NK say. Hold on,
I
because
saw that.
I saw that post too. I saw that post on Twitter. That's funny.
But
they blame Renegade. Yeah,
but people are upset, man. But I think for the most part, man, I think for the most part, the team in the next 5 games, I think we'll be proud that they go into a bowl game. I think people will be happy about that.
I'll be honest with you. I think they would have been happy going to a bowl game. I think you got a small fraction of fan bases who is dumb as shit. And they gonna blame and they gonna give Mike the passes on everything, right? But then I think there is a realistic part of the fan base that says, nah, we got, you know what I mean? We got something we can do here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's figure some things out and let's see how the rest of the season goes. I'm with Marcus and a lot of other fan bases. Get the 8 wins. I prefer 9. But if you get the 8 wins, I'll take, you know what I mean? Like, in other words, if you lose to Syracuse, we do know that this defense is probably not built to score. But hey, take it. I've said you should win these last 5 games. That ain't changing with me. I still think you should win based on how they played Clemson. Yeah. Based on the fact that they did put up a lot of yards against Clemson. The boneheaded mistakes are the boneheaded mistakes. Mike has done them every game. I'm going to account for him to just mess around for a quarter. I'm going to account for him to do something dumb that's going to keep us from losing points and taking points. But give me 8 wins. The only loss is to Syracuse. You'll be both your rivals. I'll take it. But if you're getting the 7 and 6 wins, you done lost to Miami, who is not very good. Again, Virginia Tech just held their own with Miami. LSU is still scoring on Florida right now. Right. If you lose to Miami or Florida, I'm gonna have a problem with that. Both of these guys are in first-year head coaching jobs. Neither one of their teams are as talented as ours is. There's no reason why you should get into a situation where you're losing to Miami or Florida. You should beat the Raging Cajuns, and you should damn sure beat Georgia Tech. If you get to the point where you're losing to any one of those 4, I'm gonna have a bigger issue with Mike, and I'm definitely gonna have a bigger issue with going 7 with 7 wins or possibly, you know what I mean? But you give me 8 wins, you beat everybody. Syracuse in the Dome is gonna be tough. You know, who knows where it's gonna be played at what time of day. Let's see what happens, right? But anybody else, I'm gonna find that loss to be inexcusable.
Right, and then let me ask you this question. So let's just get to the game. So what was your thoughts of the game? Like, what was?
You know what's funny? And I told you this yesterday. I really had no feeling leaving the game. Right. I watched the game with very little emotion, and I thought they played good. I thought Clemson was better. We knew Clemson was better, but here's the funny thing: Clemson was better in the situations where you needed to be better, and that's the part that, as a team, we got to get to. That's the step forward that we got to take. We've said it the last 3 weeks. We beat ourselves. Clemson probably would have still beat you, but you also beat yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
I felt like Clemson. It felt like early in that game, Clemson went to a different level,
and we couldn't follow it.
And then once they found out Florida State couldn't touch that level, they kind of were just like, "Oh, okay, well, we thought y'all was ready for prime time. Y'all ain't too ready for prime time." And then, of course, Florida State, because they don't give up, kind of came back a little bit. But I ain't gonna lie, dude. I was at the game. It went 35-14. We tried some other
34-14,
yeah, 34-14. We tried a fake punt, tried some other stuff. Got stopped in the red zone a couple times there, and I had to get to my car. Call me what you want to call me, but I was with somebody. I was like, we better out drinking, champagne in a hotel room. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had enough of that. So, I just don't think Clemson. I think once Clemson found, and then what was crazy was I put on the timeline. Somebody said that on that one touchdown play, that the DB and the linebacker needed to communicate better, and that ain't on the coach because they need to communicate better.
Who coaches these niggas?
So I told you.
I'm so sick of this.
So
who coaches these people?
So I told you when we was on the phone. I told you. I said I'm watching the game live, in person. And I say Clemson ran a variation of that play about 10 to 15 times.
I'm watching. It's currently in the background. That's why I keep looking over here.
Yeah.
They have put these linebacker safeties in conflict all night long.
So that let me know that Clemson looked at some film and said they don't banjo correctly. They don't know how to pass guys off correctly. So we'll just keep doing this over and over and over and over again.
Sam, I'm watching this game as we speak, and what I'm telling you is that they figured out we could not cut, like we can't hand them off. If we in third down and Lundy on the field, they already know what time it is.
Yeah.
Lundy going with the ball. Lundy is guessing. I swear, bro, watch the game. Lundy is guessing. Yeah, like that's what I said. Lundy guessing.
Yeah.
He don't have no clue who to guard. He don't have no idea what he's doing out there on each play.
Right.
He was same thing. He guessing.
Now I'm gonna tell you something else.
Trying to make a play as opposed to just playing their position. Like, dog, you gotta. Yes, Dick gotta play better. But I'm gonna say Dick has been bad for a long ass time. Well, so how long we gonna let Dick be the bad player before we say, dog, he's not being coached up?
Hold on that one play for the touchdown, right? Where Dent's running behind him. If you watch that play, Dent recognizes that dude's finna be wide open. But if you look at number 8, Green, he runs to the middle of the field.
It is also wide open.
No, something number 8 on our defense.
So
yeah. I think 8 was actually supposed to drag with that wide receiver, and Dent recognized that he wasn't doing it and ran over.
I think they were in. I think just
it's a zone. I thought
blitz. They were in zone. Yeah, they were in zone blitz. Right.
Yeah.
And Dent saw it and tried to cover the flat as opposed to just playing his position.
Yeah,
and
but
that's what I'm saying.
But number 8, I'm saying Green.
I'm telling you, the whole zone was bad. I just watched the play. The whole zone was bad. The middle of the field was wide open.
I don't want to get into the weeds of it. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I'm telling you. The entire whoever he threw it to, somebody was going to be wide open because the middle of the field was wide open. Dent tried to cut off a flat as opposed to just playing his position out out in space or whatever. He didn't, and so then as he ran up to cover the flat, the dude just turned up the field, and I'm like, Dent, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like I can say Dent shouldn't do that, and I'm positive Dent wasn't coached to that. But damn it, how long we gonna let Dent continue to do stupid stuff before we say, Dent, dog, you're doing stupid stuff?
I don't know, man. It's hard to sit Dent because I don't think those cornerbacks are doing what they're supposed. My point is, I think he's overcompensating for those cornerbacks. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. So when I'm watching the play,
it's not. Again, I'm a very pragmatic person. I'm gonna do my job. Like football is built on everybody doing their job. Right. If Dent does his job, it's still a completion. It's gonna be a completion to somebody because the middle of the field was also wide open. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a completion. It's not gonna be a touchdown. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't cover for the DB not doing his job. You got to just do your job. And I know for a fact his job was not to cover the flat and just leave the safety by himself. I just like in the middle of the field with like there's just no way possible his job was to cover the flat or whatever coverage that was. It's not possible. So then I'm saying, what the hell was Dent doing? And why the hell in year 3? Because Dent has been coached by this. Why in the hell in year 3 has Dent been coached and still making these same mistakes? They figured out a way. They knew our back half does not communicate well. Cool. Let's confuse that back half. And they took advantage of it all night long. Again, I look at the defense. Yes, we scored we put up a lot of yards. We scored a lot of points. And I promise you, had Florida State scored 35, Clemson would have scored 42 if there was more time on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, it was better.
They were the better team.
They had a better plan. So I just think that the back half of defense has been bad all year.
All year.
I think the middle of the defense has been bad all year, which I didn't see that coming. I didn't see them being gashed in the run game up the middle like that this season. That's been a surprise to me.
I just think because Cooper playing bad and Dent and Lovett is out. I
think maybe. Okay, maybe. We'll see. Fabian's going to come back, and we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. But at the end of the day, Clemson was always going to beat you.
Clemson was going to beat you. Clemson was supposed to beat you.
I just think it's kind of, I think it's okay to hold people accountable for the things that go on. That's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, you taking away from Jordan Travis' performance because he looked it better, but not quite ready for prime time.
The problem with Jordan Travis is he's just not ready for prime time. Like, every time I look at Jordan Travis, I say, he's the reason why we are in games. He's the reason why we win. And he's also the reason why we are not a step ahead of where we want to be at right now. Like, Jordan Travis is a very good football player, very good college football player. He's still a little limited in what he can do. I think he has all the tools. I think he got, 2 really good receivers. I think he's playing really good football, but the turnovers, man, at the times where the turnovers happen, they're crucial. I know, listen, Brandon in the comments right now going mad because that's his boy. You know what I mean? That's his boy. I just listen, I'm trying not to be too hard on Jordan, right? Because I think I was just saying, Sam, I'm trying not to be too hard on Jordan because I do think Jordan is the reason why we are in the games that we in.
Right.
He's the reason why we are competitive in the games that we are. He's just not at a level that you need him to be at to beat the good teams. We have seen a lot of quarterbacks come through here and be able to kind of elevate their game to a certain level. And even when Jordan Travis has his game max elevated, it's still a ceiling to it. I think we've hit the cap on Jordan Travis, which is fine, right? Because, again, you should beat all the bad teams.
Right.
But unless the pieces around Jordan get better, you'll never beat the good teams. And that's where I think we're at with Jordan Travis. I'm not going to be hard on him at all because I didn't think he played terrible at all. But I do think
well, I would.
I think it's hard to be hard on Jordan, man.
It is hard to be hard on Jordan, but I think I will push back and say that he can beat good teams. I think he can. But I think he needs better players around him. And he probably
but how much more does he need on offense?
And he probably need a better system around him too.
But I guess my question is, how much more does he need on offense? You know what I mean? Like, he got a good receiver. I mean, you got an NFL receiver in Johnny Wilson. For all intents and purposes, whether we believe he is or not, Johnny Wilson is probably going to be a NFL wide receiver.
You think so?
I'm pretty positive. He's sick. The boy, he makes enough catches and enough plays in enough situation, runs good enough routes, and he's 6'7". He's going to get drafted early. Not in the first round. I think he's played, but I think it'll be second, third. I'll be surprised if he's in the third.
I don't think he's a third round. I think he's a fourth round guy. I think he's a project type wide receiver that you take.
Okay. I mean,
I think in the NFL he's probably a flex tight end.
No. I think he's Mike Evans.
I think he's a poor man's.
I think he's a poor man.
Darren Waller.
I'm being serious. Disrespect. No,
Waller's really good. Waller's really good for the Raiders.
But he's not a poor man. But he's not a tight end, man. I think the wide receiver core is good enough to the wide receiver core is good enough.
This is what I think. I think
the scheme is bad.
I think the scheme throwing the football doesn't help him. I think because when y'all were watching the game, every throw is always a cornerback on the wide receiver's asses, right? They basically running the routes for the wide receivers, basically. And when you watch that type of stuff, if your whole offense is predicated on people beating one-on-one, bro, that's not really a great offense. Like, you should be able to scheme. I said this multiple times. You should be able to scheme guys open. They do a good job scheming running backs and tight ends open. But when it comes to wide receivers, it's a fight, man. Your quarterback got to be pinpoint perfect to throw the football. And Jordan ain't that type of accurate. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to get it out that fast, right? Like, EJ would be bad in this offense, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but again, it's a lot of the same plays. You know what I mean? Like, we know what the offense is at this point. You asked, I think, last week, had the league caught up with Florida State and Mike Norvell and Alex Atkins.
His offense.
And I didn't think last week Clemson definitely, it was real obvious against Clemson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we saw it at the end of NC State where they was like, we knew what was played. We seen this play. We don't see this play 100 times. We know exactly what's coming. Again, a back shoulder throw, yes, is a tough throw. It is technically it gets the guy open, but you're asking a receiver to make tough catches. Constantly. That's not a scheme. Yeah, that constantly, right?
Yeah. You never see a guy running wide open on a post route. You just like it just like never happens. Like, but if you go watch,
they always catching in traffic. But if we've asked our wide receivers to make tough catches, and now they make tough catches.
If you watch college football, man, watch Kansas play. Watch Oklahoma. Watch any offense, man. Guys supposed to get open. You're supposed to be able to scheme guys open every now and then. They make an easy catch. You know.
What's funny is he did it early. He did it early in the season, and he did it in flashes. He's done it in flashes.
But think about it though. We said against LSU, we was like, man, Jordan played a hell of a game because all them throws had to be on the money. Remember we said that?
Yeah.
All them throws had to be on the money. And I just, sometimes the scheme have to help out the quarterback a little bit. The quarterback got to help the scheme. I mean, if you got Jameis Winston throwing the football, it don't matter. He can throw guys open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you got that type of NFL type quarterback, it could work. But I do think, even Clemson, they constantly schemed guys open on your defense constantly. If you needed 3, they schemed a guy wide open for 4. You needed 5, they schemed a guy wide open for 7. Constantly. And I think
they figured out what you couldn't do well and figured out how to exploit it. But see, here's the problem though. The problem is what do we say Mike's offense is? Run the football.
The pass game is very vanilla. Now the complex part of what he does is in the run game. Now I think what they do in the run game is it's complex as hell.
So why stop running the football?
That I don't know.
I thought this is the thing I thought we would get rid of last season with Alex Atkins because I said he knows I got better run blocking linemen than I do pass blocking linemen. So we're gonna run the ball, and I kept saying it. But
how much is it? How much they lost on the offensive line, as far as
they was running the ball well.
They was running the ball well.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're struggling with the run, I get it. In every game, it looks like, okay, the running back, they got it going. I think it was only one game this season where I was like, all right, the running backs didn't have it that game. They didn't look bad. They didn't look comfortable, whatever. Right. I forgot which game it was. But I was like, they didn't look good. Right. Every other, this was the game. If you were going to run the ball, this was the game. Benson is hitting the hole hard. There wasn't no tiptoeing Benson yesterday.
Right.
Or a couple days ago. There wasn't no tiptoeing Benson. There wasn't no tiptoeing Toll Philly.
No.
There wasn't no tiptoeing Jordan. All of them hit the hole and decided, hey, we going north and south. You're going to have to come. You're going to have to meet us in the hole.
Right.
So then if you're not missing the run game, if you're able to run the football, run the football. It's what keeps you from getting blowed out.
Yeah. And I think that's true. And I think I don't know, man. I just think they just ran into a buzz. But they ran into the buzz sort of I thought they was going to run into. Like, I felt that way going into the game. I was like, man, But the game, it went in 2 quarters. It was like one quarter. It was so fast, though. It was so fast.
It was yeah. You know what's funny? It reminded me of, like, the Big 3 in Miami where, like, I watched them play the Magic in the game. Yeah. I went to a Orlando Magic game when LeBron, Wade, and Bosh was in there. Yeah. And them dudes was disinterested for the whole first half. It was a close game.
Right.
And it's like they came out third quarter and was like, oh, all right, let's play for real, and we can sit the whole quarter. If we give it a solid 10 minutes of good basketball, right, we'll blow them out, and then we can sit the whole fourth quarter. And that's exactly what happened. They came out, Ray Allen knocking down threes, LeBron dunking on everybody, and it was good night. Orlando was down by 30 points, and there was the ball game. And it happened super quick because they were the better team. And that's what you saw. It was like they cut it on for a quick minute, like, all right, and then it was over with. Right. It was a wrap, and they was done after that. And then what'd you end up with?
Yeah.
Now you got to fight back.
Yeah.
Then you got to fight back.
So I think that's for the most part. The special teams kind of killed you a little bit. And I ain't gonna lie, dude, that damn Will Shipley, bad boy.
We knew that. Yeah, we knew that.
Will Shipley a bad boy, man. Shouts out to that dude.
No, we're not. I don't think nobody's surprised by it. Yeah. We knew what type it was.
Shouts out to Will Shipley because that's a bad man. So, but let's just go to. We're going into the bye week. How you feel about us going into the bye week?
I feel good actually. I think if this team is who I believe them to be early on in the season, I think they roll through Georgia Tech. I think they rolled through the Raging Cajuns, and I think they have a tough game against Syracuse. I don't know. I have to see what they look like in these next two games before I say we'll beat Syracuse. But again, I told you I thought they could win the last. They can win the last five. I told you I was probably going to predict them to win the last five. Nothing that I saw Saturday changes what I because again I think your competition drops. You're not playing Clemson. You're not playing NC State. You're not playing Wake. None of the offenses outside of none of the offenses outside of Syracuse actually present a real challenge. So that means you're looking at 24 points probably. Your defense probably gonna give it 24 to 30 points against the next however many opponents, the next five opponents. Cool. Well, not against the Raging Cajuns, but again, everybody else probably looking at what 21, 24 points. Cool. Get
Right.
30. Get 30, win the rest of the go get 30, win the rest of the game.
Right.
It really boils down to it for me. I've said this a long time. I think we know what the defense is. Even against LSU, I think we won the game, but we still was like something going on with the back half of the defense.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna focus on it because we win it. And then next week it was the same thing. I'm still not sure about the back half of the defense, but I mean, we winning games. we winning games, so we gonna say nothing. We did that for 4 weeks straight. Where we came in, we was like, something's wrong with the back half of the defense. I don't know if the defense is very good. They winning games, but I don't know if the defense is very good. And then once they play three good opponents, or two good offenses, the defense is kind of shown they really not that good.
Yeah, and that's tragic.
No, that's real tragic.
That's tragic.
Yeah, that's
and that's tragic. That's tragic.
Yeah, I think Novell needs. I think Novell will do a good job of getting these guys ready because I think he understands the importance of these last five games.
I think they needed to reset. I think they need to reset. Personally, I don't think this is all injuries as everybody else is putting it. I don't think it's. I really don't think that. Right. I think that. I think when you have to sky and play consistent down to down football against teams that know how to do that and that's done that for a long period of time, I think that just blows you off the field sometimes. Like, cause it's kind of like when Golden State played against Boston in the finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Golden State have played at that high of a level, and they can maintain that level a lot longer and in smaller stretches and longer stretches than you can because you haven't done it before.
Right.
And what happens is when you think you could take a breath or take a series off or take a play off, somebody gets strip sacked. Kick, somebody returns a kick return for 70 yards. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just blew a coverage. That's a touchdown. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now you got to try to figure out how to come back. Yeah. Now you got to try to figure out how to come back. How to, you know what I mean? Now
it's mentally draining. It's mentally draining because every time you make a mistake, they make you pay for it. And I think that's just what it was. I think that'll be a good lesson for FSU going forward. And that's a lesson Clemson had to learn against FSU when Jimbo was beating their ass in 2012 and 2011. When Jimbo was, I mean, that's what Clemson learned. They learned that lesson. So hopefully that's us learning
how
lesson.
to win. Yeah, Florida State was very good for a long period of time, but just figuring out ways to beat teams that were not nearly as good.
Methodically executing you.
The moment you slipped up, we got you. You know what I mean? And that's us right now. You knew it. If you made a mistake, it was going to capitalize. It was going to bite you in the ass every single time.
Yeah.
And now I look at it and I say, we're now that team who we're going to make a mistake. It's going to lead to points. It's going to be like you said, some sort of mental lapse. It's going to be your coach calling, going for it. Even I didn't think he was in a panic situation. It's going to be your coach going for a panic move because he see the game getting away and now he's scared. Yeah. So now he's going to try something. You got to figure out how to eliminate those things. How to eliminate the fact that my coach did something dumb every game. And he got to get that out of the system. And it only comes with experience. Again, Mike Norvell is on the job trainer.
Yeah, he's learning.
So therefore, you're gonna make some mistakes, and it's gonna cost you football games.
Yeah.
How do you bounce back from it?
And we said as much that if you didn't clean some of that situation stuff up after the LSU game, that you're gonna be in enough games that you're gonna look back, you're gonna blow a few games that you don't want to blow. So You know,
it didn't cost you against LSU. It didn't cost you against Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
It cost you against good teams.
Yeah.
It cost you against Wake. It cost you against NC State.
Yeah,
it cost you against
yeah.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It'll cost you against Syracuse. It'll cost you against Florida.
Yeah.
It'll cost you against Miami. Clean it up.
Yeah, you got to clean some stuff up, man. You got to clean some stuff up. So,
Definitely.
you know, but I don't. I think the fans, though, man, I wouldn't get too down on the team. To be honest with you, man, I'm not down on this team. I don't think this is all is lost. To be honest with you, man, I think they can. I think you should be able to beat Georgia Tech.
Should.
So you come out, put a good, strong 4 quarters together, beat Georgia Tech, and go down to Miami. That's gonna be tough. You know, I know everybody thinks Miami's trash, and they are trash, but that won't be the same team you play. I can guarantee you that. You won't get the bumbling, fumbling, stumbling Miami Hurricanes. You will get a locked-in group.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
You are going to get a locked-in group for every team we play. The brand is the brand. Florida State is not going to get the same Georgia Tech. They're not going to get the same Miami. They're not going to get the same Florida. They're not going to get the same Raging Cajuns. They're not going to get the same, like, they not.
Yeah.
Teams want to beat you because your name is Florida State. Like, it's been like this for years. The players got to get it through their head. The coaches got to get through their head. It is not going to be the same opponents that you face when you, like, if you're looking at the film and saying, oh, they don't execute well, this will be the game that they execute to perfection because they're playing y'all and they want to win. It is everybody's Super Bowl. The brand still holds weight, and it is everybody's Super Bowl. So you can't go in thinking you playing Georgia Tech, so you should win the game. Go beat Georgia Tech. The same way you beat Boston College early. Georgia Tech is not nearly as good as we are. Not even close. It should not be. It should look like Boston College.
Right.
Let's see if it look like Boston College.
Yeah. So I think
it should. I'm telling you, like it should, based on the talent wise. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think So I think definitely you should be able to put it together. But you got to put together some. You got to put together a string of games, man. This team got to focus in for this last back half, man. You kind of left a lot of your margin for error. You left a lot of your margin for error out there, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You had a chance. You could have stole one game. If you'd have stole one game out of this 3-game stretch, you could give up a game in the back stretch and still be okay. You need to kind of pull it together.
I honestly believe he needs to win all 5 of these.
Yeah,
like, I'm not even trying to be fun. Like, I think a loss to any one of these teams not named Syracuse, and it's going to depend on how they look against Syracuse, is a problem loss. You know what I mean?
Right.
Georgia Tech, that is you can't lose to Georgia Tech.
Nah. That's what I said.
You cannot lose. I mean, under no, I don't care what the situation is. I don't care who get hurt. Yeah. I don't care if Verse get hurt, Coop get hurt. Who cares? Jordan Travis get hurt. You beat Louisville with what's his name? Georgia Tech is worse than Louisville.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You beat Tech with Tate Rodemaker. Under no circumstance do you lose to Georgia Tech. Under no circumstance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that go beat Georgia Tech. Dog, you go out there and lose to Georgia Tech. I listen, it's gonna all bets are off. Y'all don't come listen to me for rational details and lovable insight. It's gonna be a whole lot of hey man, we made the wrong hire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be flat about it. I think Sam said it too. I think Sam said he already like space ready. Like I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be fun. You go out there and lose to Georgia Tech in year 3 of your program with an interim head coach, and they still ain't transitioned from the triple option offense while now finna transition to a whole another offense. Boy, you go out there and lose to Georgia Tech. I think it'll be clear as day. It will be clear. I don't. Whoever are the still people who still telling us we need to, you would have taken 4-4 before the season. Hey, it's gonna get dicey out there for y'all folks.
Yeah, I think they'll beat Georgia Tech though. I
think so too. I think they handle Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
I think they handle Georgia Tech, and I think they handle them easy.
Yeah,
don't go do it.
Yeah, avoid the landmine, man.
Please avoid the landmine, man, because
yeah,
I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out. I ain't gonna have no defense for it. I'm gonna be like, we got the wrong guy. It's time for him to go.
Yeah. I agree with that. So, all right. So say 27 was off all night. like I said, I think 27 been doing a lot of overcompensating. I think him and Robinson been doing a lot of overcompensating for some bad cornerback play. Cooper.
Here's my question. Hold on. When you said 27 was off all night, but when you say he's compensating, right? Who is he compensating for? He compensating for London?
It's a couple of those plays in there where you see he's running to spots because other guys are running away from the spots. And I could tell you that, I can tell you right now, it's no way that defense was designed for Green to take the middle of the field and for Dent to take the sideline. It's no way that play was designed that way. It's no way. It's no way they was designed that way.
From the angle I saw, it looked like he was supposed to kind of cover. Right, he was supposed to cover the sideline.
Right, but it makes no sense for Green to take his spot. Why would they switch spots? He's a cornerback.
Didn't he blitz?
No, not on this play. Not on that touchdown play.
On that touchdown play, he blitzed.
No, Knowles blitz. 3 blitz off the edge.
But there was nobody else back there. Didn't had the cup. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm trying to figure out how to play with this.
I need to go back and watch it again. I think it was like a cover 3 type blitz.
Right. So then if it was a cover 3, then Dent was supposed to cover the sideline.
And then Dent with 8 was supposed to go back. And Dent was supposed to just watch the quarterback's eyes and follow the quarterback's eyes. So once he see the quarterback getting ready to throw the ball over there, he's already at a bad angle. Because he thinking it's going to be a short throw because it's a quick blitz.
But that's what I'm saying. But
what happened
that's not him compensating. That's him deciding, I think this going – that's him guessing.
But my point is 8 was supposed to be going backwards, not to the middle. He's going away from the wide receiver that's running wide open. You have to watch the play.
8 was in the middle. Again, everybody was open. I'm telling you, like all I know is no. I agree with you. I think.
I'm saying when you look at that play, like what they're doing, the responsibilities don't make any sense. It doesn't make sense what they did because once 3 blitzes, you can see that Dent's thinking we just blitz. So at the safety linebacker, you thinking we blitzed him, so
he gonna have to get it out quick.
He got to get the ball out quick. I'm gonna run to this flat. But
that's where the mistake is made.
But my point is, 8 was supposed to carry the wide receiver down the field, but he doesn't.
Now that they in the cover 3, and I don't know. Well, I don't know.
I'm just saying their responsibilities was messed up on that play. That's what my point is, and I think he was trying to overcompensate. He's trying to cover the flat and cover over the top.
Don't cover the flat. Don't cover the flat. You're supposed to cover over the top.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to cover the top because it's a touchdown. But at the time of that play, it was like I think that was 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
So he's thinking I'm gonna stop him for the first down. So look at Tennessee. Look at the Tennessee offense. They scheme guys wide open. Yeah, constantly. Look at any college football team.
Bro, Tennessee just rolled up 52 on Alabama in regulation.
Yeah.
We are barely getting. We haven't gotten to 30 since we played a good team.
This is a good point. Duke Cooper's having a sophomore slump. Duke Cooper only played like maybe 15 plays. So this is okay. I'm going to say this about Duke Cooper because I need to figure this out. If he's healthy enough to play 15 plays, why isn't he healthy enough to play the whole game?
It's the same thing with Verse. If Verse is healthy enough to play the amount of snaps he gets.
Play, didn't he?
He played. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand the subs. I ain't talking about this week. I'm talking about in general. Last week he was on a pitch count. The week before he was on a pitch count.
Okay, but I understand that because he was coming right off an injury. I get that part. My thing is we 5 weeks
into the season. If you're healthy enough to play 10 snaps, why aren't you healthy enough to play the other 30 snaps? I thought last week it made more difference about the pitch counts with everybody. What I'm saying is I think it's a coaching problem where they just are constantly rotating players in and out. And we've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, but my thing is the Cooper thing is weird, man, because I'm telling you, dude, I only think I see him on the field 5, 6, 7 times, man. He was not on the field that much. So what the hell that's not an injury. This is, to me, that's discipline. Somebody being disciplined.
So you saying Duke Cooper got disciplined?
It got to be because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to play him 7, 8, 9, 10 plays. That doesn't make sense to me. Because if it's a hamstring injury, he can't run. Why would you put him out?
So why you put him out there?
If it's an ankle injury, he can't run. Why you put him out there?
That's my point. And that's kind of, but that's what I'm saying. Like
he got to be in some type of trouble.
I would agree with you if I didn't see them do the same thing versus the past couple weeks.
He don't play the whole first quarter. He played 2 series in the second quarter. And I ain't even
Sam, what was Verse injury?
Verse had a knee injury though. You knew that.
Okay.
So they probably put Verse out there to test it out for a couple plays. See how you come back. Okay, go run 3 plays. Come back, tell me how you feel. Right? Constantly checking on him, see how you feel. I'm telling you, when Cooper came off the sidelines, bro, nobody talked to Cooper to check on, see how he was feeling. He just came off the sidelines and they just subbed him out.
I saw people talk to what's his name either, but I mean I hear you. I don't think I saw people talk to Verse either. I thought they just had a terrible rotation, terrible pitch count. Same, you know what I mean? The same again. They sub when they don't need to. They sub when out again. You don't have enough depth to just be doing sweeping line changes. You don't have a D1 and a D2. You got a D1, and then you better substitute very sparingly off of that defense. We already knew they had no depth. So what you subbing to?
Yeah, well, but something up with the Duke Cooper thing. That's all I'm saying. It's something up.
I can't confirm or deny what's happening with Duke.
So anyway, let me see. I got one more, and I'm gonna get out of here because my son is on one.
Knocking on the door. I see.
Yes, sir. Let's see how good Syracuse really is. They might go through the tough media schedule. Okay, yeah, that's true. But we know what they can do. Let's run the ball at the A gap, throw the ball deep. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. I'm just telling you, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. But let's enjoy the bye week, man. I'm gonna see if I can get Candace on here sometime this week. We'll do a little round here with Candace, and I'm gonna get the Smoke back on, and I'm gonna get my boy Adrian from the 863 Polk County podcast on here. Try to do that this week.
Hey, yeah. Peyton, what is it? Navy knows say Peyton played well again. Peyton, every time he come in the game, he's made the most of his opportunities.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Herb Street on TV repeating lies that it takes a long time to rebuild, but Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi State, TCU, Mississippi, etc.
Yeah. Yeah, Herb can show that shit somewhere else.
Everybody was given again. We've said this for as long as we've been on air. We don't get the same talking points that everybody else get. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we don't get the same talking points. So like, if everybody's supposed to say he still needs more time, they don't send them to us. So therefore, we don't get them. So we just call it how we see it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we just call it how we see it. So
yeah,
until they start feeding us their lines, you know what I mean, or what we supposed to say, we're gonna just keep saying what it is.
Yeah, but we'll get into coaching changes later, man, in the season, man. Like I said, man, let's let the season play out before we start, you know.
Yeah, because here's the thing: if you do get 9 wins and then win, you know what I mean, end up in a New Year's Six bowl and end up with 10 wins in a New Year's Six bowl, ain't nobody gonna say shit. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna get replaced. Ain't nobody gonna move. Ain't nobody gonna do shit.
Right. And I think we're going to see movement from the coaches anyway. 3 years is a long time for assistant coaches to just be sitting somewhere in one place. So I think we see movement anyway. But I don't want to get into that until after the season, until after the Florida game, where we really can unload. But that has been the Listen Up podcast. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We got 50 people in here. Hit the like button, man.
They should be 50 likes. If not, we're gonna start calling people out by name. We can see who hit the like button. We're going to start calling. No, we can't. I'm just bullshit. I'm about to say. No, we lie. Bold-face ass lie.
You lie like the teachers be lying in school. Like, I talked to your mamas. Did you?
Bold-face lie. No, we can't see nothing, man. Y'all hit that, but y'all hit that like button, man. We can't see nothing.
All right,
y'all go hit that like button.
But that's been the show. So, y'all be great. Glad we got something out. Man, I know it's been rough. Man, I had to go out. I went all the way to Tally, came back. You know, got the kid. Had to put a Lego set together last night.
I saw it. You did a good job.
Got to put
them Lego sets to listen. Them Lego sets to test will test your resolve, man. Because I've gotten there and I've been halfway through and been like, all right, listen. Now we can figure out how to finish building whatever this is. Like we can take all these pieces and just make what the fuck we want to make.
Yeah.
What you want to do? You know what I mean? Because
I got two more to put together tonight. So
how many pieces?
Oh man, I think I got like 1,000 pieces in here.
You better task rabbit.
Yeah, man. Anyway, y'all be great. Hit the like button. Like it. And Holla at your boy. We out.
Brandon, we ain't messing with you, man.